Whew, that's false. Oh, it's like picking between my babies. When I was younger, this is what I sounded like. You're somehow related to Kharma Medic. Do we look the same? You are rich. Hiya and welcome back to the channel. I am so excited because finally I have a video wherein it is acceptable for me to finally say thank you so much to all 10,000 of you for being here, watching my face, and somehow now being associated, I guess, with whatever I am trying to do. I am endlessly grateful. I can't believe this time came so soon. So honestly, thank you more than I can ever say. I've been told that when there's a lot of new subscribers to a channel, it is a good thing to kind of, say some more about yourself. And because I lost the bet of getting to the 10,000 subscriber milestone so quickly, I now have to do this assumptions video. So I've asked you all on Instagram to send in your assumptions about me. To be honest, I was absolutely terrified to do this video, but I will say it was actually the most entertaining thing to read. Some of them were quite deep, but some of them were so hilarious that if it was not absolutely obnoxious, I feel like I would just ask people every week to send in assumptions because my selfish self found it very entertaining. Anyways, without any further ado, let's get started. So I have all my assumptions here on my phone, so I'll try to go through as many as I can today. The first one I'm going to refer to is people are always curious about your accent, and I feel like I have to address this because it is literally on every single video of mine. Where is your accent from? The honest answer to that is I do not know. My accent has changed so much over the years. So when I was younger, and let's do this. When I was younger, this is what I sounded like. Let's see. Here we go.
Sarah is so silly that on her way to school, she goes not to wear school uniform. She wears silly little skirt.
Yeah. So clearly my accent has changed a lot over the years. I think I originally did have a just normal English London accent. I've gone to international school for very many years, and I think there my accent has changed a lot. It's definitely had a lot of influences. I think there's an Irish there because most Irish people will assume that I'm Irish. And I don't think it's just the hair, because I've asked, is it because I have red hair, or is it my accent? And everyone says, oh, it's your accent, you sound Irish. The honest answer is I really don't know. It's just a mixture of hearing different accents for a huge part of my life, and now it's just this very frustrating thing. So I do apologize that it's quite annoying, but I just, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm so sorry. The next one is you have a secret closet of multicolored clothes. Oh God, I wish I was that fun. No, my closet is almost completely black. There are a few beige things in there, but black. I'm very boring. The next one is you work on holidays too. Oh my God. This is a weird one because a lot of the things that I do that people consider work, I don't actually consider work. So I would say, no, I don't work on holidays, but on the outside, it would seem as though I am working on holidays, if that makes sense. So I'll have to say yes to that, but it's not in a sad way, or perhaps that is quite sad, but yeah, I'm not sure. I would say yes, I do. The next assumption, I had so many on this. Your parents give you a lot of money, you are rich, you get income from your parents, you're very rich, your parents support you. Okay, now I don't actually get any income from my parents. My parents do not support me financially. When I go over to theirs, they do pay for food and things while I'm there, but I work for my own money. So in my gap years, I worked and I saved money for university. In my first year, I worked 2 part-time jobs. In my second year, I worked 5 part-time jobs. And this year, I am working 3 jobs. So I've always worked alongside my university, which is kind of how I can afford to be able to live and eat and travel in London. However, I just really want to make clear that I need to acknowledge my privilege a lot in being able to do this in the first place. Firstly, I am lucky to be in good physical health, so there are many different jobs that I can do. Secondly, I am not a parent or carer and I don't have any dependents, so it is only myself that I need to take care of. Thirdly, I am 25 years old, so I'm quite a bit older than other students in my year, and therefore I perhaps have a bit more experience and am easier to hire by people. Therefore, it is a lot of privilege and a lot of luck that allows me to work the way that I do during university, but all the money is just coming from me and those jobs, and no, not my parents. And also, I'm not rich. If I were to stop working, I would not even be able to afford to be in London at all. So yeah, that's the very long answer to that. The next assumption is I play the piano. This is also true and false. I used to be able to play the piano, but I haven't played it in many, many years. So as soon as I have some money, I think one of the first things that I'm going to do is get myself a piano teacher and learn to play the piano again, because I absolutely remember loving it. So the next one is that you are a natural redhead. Yes, that is true. I have been teased enough for it, but yeah, I am a natural redhead. The next one is you will wear a black wedding dress. False. If I do ever end up getting married, definitely would be wearing a white wedding dress, not a black one. The next one is you don't want to share a lot about your life. Oh, this is quite deep. I don't know how to answer that easily, but the simple answer is actually yes, I do not want to share a lot about my life, and there are quite a few reasons for this. Firstly is that I am naturally quite a private person, and I don't see the benefit of sharing private aspects of my life online. Secondly is that my private life often involves other people, and even though I have consented to this YouTube channel and putting myself out there, my friends and family have not necessarily consented to that, so I'm not sure that I would involve them in what I am doing online. And thirdly, I hope to be a clinician one day. I would be very, very careful in trying to do anything that would perhaps make my future patients uncomfortable. So that is definitely something I keep in mind. So yeah, I don't think that I am inclined to share a lot about my personal life online. I already do a lot more than I would have ever imagined. The next assumption is negative comments online don't really affect you that much. Whew, that's false. I have been working on Ali Abdaal's channel for almost a year in the background. I did have a lot of inside experience, even though it was indirect, in what the world can look like online. And I made the decision when I started my channel that I would not censor the comment section. So I'm not going to delete any comments. The good ones and the bad ones are all there. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of feeling the need to control what is said about me. And I feel that people have the right to think whatever they like and say that too. So it is there. Good things and bad things have been said, both in my DMs and online. But regarding negative things, I think every creator says that you do get used to it eventually, and I hope that that starts happening to me. Definitely, I'm a bit better now than I was 3 months ago, but it's still early days, I think, and a lot of things do affect me, but I think people do have the right, and I am trying to be helpful. And if I ever stop trying to be helpful, or if I do wrong things, which I'm sure are going to happen, I do want to be held accountable for those things. So I'm by no means saying that people shouldn't say what they think. I very, very, very much, want this to be an open conversation. But it does affect me. I think it always will slightly affect me, but I think that is just the way that things are online, and by making this decision, I'm opening myself up to that, so I should accept it. So yeah, but a long way to say no. The next one is you are a very busy person. That is false. I think I always make time for people who matter to me and things that matter to me, and I do try to do a good job of being clear with what I like and what I don't like, and what I want to do and not want to do. So if I could be lying in bed doing absolutely nothing for a whole day, and I would be too busy to do something that I don't want to, but I could have, 8 hours of work and 6 hours of uni and studying to do and a YouTube video to put out, and my friend could ask to talk, and I would definitely do that for 2 hours. So no, I don't think that I am too busy. The next one is you're only friends with Ali to get attention. I could see why that would look that way. I will say that to me, this one is false, because I was friends with Ali and working with Ali for 8 months without almost anyone knowing except my closest friends and family. So yeah, I would be friends with him anyway, definitely, not for attention. The next one is you find your degree easy. No, not true. There's definitely very challenging things in medicine, especially when it comes to communication with patients. There's a lot of things to learn, and I don't think anything is easy if you do it properly. And no, I don't find my degree easy. The next assumption is you've never failed an exam. True, I've never failed an exam. The next one is you prefer art over medicine. Oh, it's like picking between my babies. No, I would say no, just because I picked medicine in the end. for my main degree. So I guess I picked medicine over art, and yeah. Next one is you use Ali Abdaal as your unfair advantage. True, that's very true. I know that I have lots of benefits to knowing him and working for him. So yeah, absolutely. You're kind of into minimalism. That's true. Exactly. I'm kind of into it. I'm definitely not a complete minimalist, but I do have my qualms with consumerism and buying too much products and fast fashion and yeah, a lot of these things I do have issues with. So yeah, I think I am a bit of a minimalist. The next assumption is you are an introvert, you're very shy, you're an introvert, you're very shy, you're actually an extrovert, you're an introvert, you're an introvert, you're an introvert. Oh, I don't think I'm either. I think I'm somewhere in between. I think I asked someone who assumed this about me in person once, what does it actually mean to be an introvert or an extrovert? And they defined it as, do you get more energy when you're recharging on your own or when you're around other people? And it depends on the people and the day. So I think somewhere in between. I don't think I'm either extroverted or introverted. The next assumption is you don't watch YouTube that much. Very true. I have a lot of friends on YouTube now and I really want to keep up with their videos and support the algorithm and like and comment, but it is quite overwhelming because there's literally tens of them now. So yeah, I watch YouTube a lot more than I ever did, definitely. The next assumption is that I am a foodie. Yes, I love food. I think everyone does though. I don't think there's anyone that I know that doesn't like food. I'm fortunate because I don't have any kind of dietary restrictions and I'm very easy when it comes to food. I just want it to be good quality, but I don't really mind. The next one is you're somehow related to Kharma Medic. Do we look the same? Do we look similar? Do we? I'm not sure. I guess somehow, yes, we're both King's students, so we're King's babies and therefore siblings in that way. But as far as I know, me and Nasir do not have any genetic relation, but we should look into that. I'm not sure. You come across quiet, but low-key, you're funny AF. These girls. I do come across as quiet. That's true. I think I'm definitely quiet. Especially around new people, I will be very quiet unless I see that someone is uncomfortable or not engaging, and then I will kind of, try to lighten up the situation and make them feel more involved and better. But yeah, I do try to do that. As in regards to my sense of humor, I really don't know. I don't think I'm the one to comment on that, so I'll skip that, girl. Sorry. The next one is you're a Gemini. I'm not even sure what month that is. No, I'm a Leo. I was born in August, but yeah. No. The next one is you argue with your parents a lot. That's false. I used to when I was younger, but I think it's probably been years since I had an argument with my parents. We almost never argue. We get along very well. The next one is you didn't think being a YouTuber was for you, but you're getting more used to it. Absolutely. I had so many issues with starting YouTube. I could talk about this for hours, but I think I am getting used to it and realizing that there's no such thing as being just a YouTuber. You can just make it whatever you want to. So I think I'm going to try to be true to myself and my own nerdiness in that I enjoy books and studying and art and things like that. So if people are okay with that and my very, very weird sense of humor, then that's great, lovely. But yeah, I think you can just make YouTube whatever you want it to be. So you don't have to think that, oh, I am not that. That's fine, just be yourself, I think is what I would say. There's honestly way too many assumptions, and to the point that they would have made this video a very rude length. So I'm going to stop right here. As always, I hope you are very, very happy. Thank you so much if you somehow listened to this very self-indulgent video of mine. And again, thank you just for being here. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Be kind to yourself and others, and don't believe everything you think. Thanks, bye.